He jests at scars that never felt a wound, but soft. What light through yonder windows break? Is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief. That thou, her maid, art far more far than she, but not her maid, since she is envious. Her vestal livery is but sick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it off, it is my lady, oh, it is my love. Oh, that she knew she were. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eyes discourses, I will answer it. I am too bold, 'tis not to me she speaks. To the fair stars in all the heaven, having some business, do entreat her eyes to twinkle in their spheres till they return. But if her eyes were there, they in her head, the brightness of her cheek would shame those stars, as daylight doth a lamp. Her eyes in heaven would through the airy region stream so bright, that birds would sing and think it were not night. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand. Oh, that I were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek.
Ay me.
She speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious to this night, being over my head, as it is a winged messenger of heaven, unto the white upturned wondering eyes of mortals that fall back to gaze on him, when he betrides the lazy puffing clouds and sails upon the bosom of the air.
O Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name, or if thou wilt not, be sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak of this?
'Tis by thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, through and not a Montague. What's a Montague? Nor is it nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What in a name? That which we call a rose, by any other name would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owes. Without that title, Romeo, defy thy name, and for that name which is no part of thee, take all myself.
I take thee at thy word. Call me but love, and I'll be new Baptist. Henceforth, I never will be Romeo.
What man art thou that thus be screened at night, so stumblest on my counsel?
By a name I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself, because it is an enemy to thee. Had I it written, I would tear the word.
My ears have yet not drunk 100 words of thy tongue's uttered. Let I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo, and not a Montague?
Neither far saint, if either thee dislike.
How camest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the place of death. Consider who thou art. If any of my kinsmen find thee here.
With love's light wings that I perch these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out. For what love can do, that dares love attempt. Therefore my kinsmen are no stop to me.
If they do see thee, they will murder thee.
Alack, there lies more pearl in thine eyes than 20 of their swords. Look thou, sweet, and I am proof against their enemy.
I would not for the world they saw thee here.
I have night's cloak to hide me from their eyes, and but thou love me, but them find me here. My life were better ended by their hate, than death pursued, wanting of thy love.
By whose direction foundest thou out this place?
By love that first did prompt me to inquire. He lent me counsel, and I lent him eyes. I knew a pilot, yet went thou as far as that fast shore washed with the furthest sea. I should adventure for such merchandise.
Thou knowest the mask of night is on my face, else would a maiden blush by paint my cheek. For that which thou hast heard me speak tonight, fain would I dwell on form, fain deny. What I have spoke, but farewell compliment. Thou love me? I know thou wilt say aye, and I will take thy word. Yet, if swearest, thou mayst prove false. At lovers' perjuries, they say, Jug laughs. O gentle Romeo, if thou dost love me, pronounce it faithfully, or if thou thinkest I am too quickly won, I'll frown and be perverse, and say thee nay, so thou wilt woo. But else, not for the world, in truth, fair Montague, I am too fond, and therefore thou mayest think have your light, but trust me, gentlemen, I will prove more true than thou that have more cunning to be strange. I should have been more strange, I must confess, but that thou overhearest, ere I was ware. My true love passion, therefore pardon me, and not impute this yielding to love light, which the dark night hath so discovered.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon, I vow, that tips with silver all these fruit tree tops.
Oh, swear not by the moon, the incandescent moon, that monthly changes in her circled orb, lest that thy love prove likewise variable.
What shall I swear by?
Do not swear at all, or if thou wilt, swear by thy gracious self, which is the God of my adultery, and I will believe thee.
If my heart's dear love.
Well, do not swear, although I joy in thee. I have no joy of this contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning which doth see to be, ere one can say it lightens. Sweet, good night. This bud of love, by summer's ripening breath, may prove a beauteous flower when we next meet. Good night, good night. As sweet repose and rest come to heart as that within my breast.
Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine.
I gave thee mine before thou didst request it, and yet I would if were to give it again.
Wouldst thou withdraw it? For what purpose, love?
To be frank, and give it thee again. And yet I wish but for the thing I have. My bounty is as boundless as the sea, my love as deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite. I hear some noise within, dear love. Adieu. Anon, good nurse. Sweet Montague, be true. Stay but a little, I will come again.